Welcome to another show in the blink of an eye with Benjamin Valdez, El Capitan from Pueblo Tires and Service, your family car care center. Today I'm here at PSJA High School. That's right, PSJA High School. This is some of my roots when I was a student back in the day. But I'm here with Tommy Sauceda, who is a defensive coordinator for PSJA High School here in San Juan.
Yes, sir.
Tommy, thank you for having us.
Thank you for allowing me to be here today.
Well, Tommy, you know, I mentioned to you off the air, I used to go to high school many years ago. Back in my graduation year was actually 1977, and it was the old high school that's across the street from here. And had a lot of fun memories. I still have a lot of fun memories of back in the days with the sports, track and field, basketball, you know. And that's something that I really appreciate and I promote with my own family, some of my grandkids and so forth, because sports has a way of keeping us, you know, involved in something positive. And today, Tommy Sauceda, we're going to talk about what's going on in today's. I haven't been here. Well, like I said, I feel nostalgic being here, Tommy. Even though I didn't go to this building for actually, you know, my high school years across the street, but being here just reminds me so much of my high school years. And Tommy Sauceda, tell us, how long have you been a defensive coordinator?
I've been a defensive coordinator here at PSJ for Lupe Rodriguez, who's our head coach for 4 years, and we've had a good little run. You know, in our first year we made the playoffs, and then the following 2 years we were district champs and back-to-back, which is hard to do nowadays. And we had a good group of kids come through. And had a little down year last year, but
it happens, you know. That's the Dallas Cowboys.
Exactly right. So, but we have a good group of kids coming. The kids are working hard. We're right now in the middle of our summer conditioning, but we're excited for the upcoming year.
Well, listen, Tommy. I mean, it's no secret. We've all been through this pandemic. How did that affect your school? I mean, when that happened, everybody seemed to just shut. I don't know. Could you tell us an insight of what was going on in the school during this, especially in the middle of the height of the pandemic? Yeah,
I'll tell you what, it really, you know, I think it didn't just affect us, it affected everybody else, right? But, you know, just the numbers, you know, we're used to having high numbers, and automatically, you know, we were cut in half, and we were only able to have a varsity football team. So, you know, that might have discouraged some kids from coming out just to practice, you know. So, and then, you know, once, you know, we had some of our own staff and some of our kids get the COVID, right? And so we were shut down, and then we come back and try to get back into the swing of things. But it was difficult, and like I said, not just for us, but for everybody else.
And what about your coaching staff? Was everybody okay? Did anybody get ill?
Yeah, well, actually, we did have a couple of coaches, including myself, you know, back in January. And I tell you, it's nothing that I wish anything upon anybody, but we're all recovered, we're all vaccinated, and we're ready to go.
And you got natural antibodies.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Because you recovered.
Yes.
So
and
that's what we're hearing about. You know, a lot of people that recovered. Some of my family members who, like you said, vaccinated and so forth. But a lot of folks recovered through their own, you know, not through their own, but I think by the grace of God. But they built up an immune system with natural antibodies. So I'm glad to hear that. Tommy, again, we met a few months ago, and we wanted to do this for a while. And you all are promoting. I know there's always events going on in high schools, whether it's through, you know, football, track and field, volleyball. But tell us in particular what's coming up in this. You know, I know school is just out. You guys are in your summer conditioning.
Yes.
And so I'm sure you all have still protocols in place for your kids.
Yes, you know, we still, you know, from fever checks, you know, just to make sure for our own good self and the kids, you know, make sure that they're all good to go. And we started our summer conditioning this Monday, and we've had a good turnout so far, and we go from 1 to 3 o'clock, and so, you know, just doing everything, all the little things to get ready for the fall.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, folks, Tommy Sauceda, defensive coordinator here at PSJ High School, and on behalf of Pueblo Tires and Service, we just want to thank you again for allowing us to serve the community for 49 years. We're going, God willing, we'll be hitting 50 years soon, and again, all by the grace of God, and our responsibility and our passion is to help you keep your car in best running condition possible. A lot of you are making plans to go on a summer getaway, good, or, you know, whatever plans you got for summer, most of the time it involves your vehicle. And we know that a high percentage of households today have 2 vehicles, and that's our job, our responsibility to help you if you give us the opportunity. Come by Pueblo Tires. We've got 13 locations to serve you, all the way from Brownsville to Rio Grande, and up north in Allison, Kingsville. We're open from Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And look us up on shampoozy.com. And we also offer financing options, up to 24 months to pay and no credit needed. Tommy Sauceda, defensive coordinator. Now, Tommy, originally you're from?
I'm originally from Ballinger, Texas.
Texas.
It's a little small town up in West Texas between Abilene and San Angelo. So I'm a little far from my roots, but I consider myself a Valley guy now. I've been here now for 10 straight years, so
okay,
we've loved it down here.
Well, we welcome to the Valley, man.
Thank you.
I say it because I'm from here.
Yes,
so,
yes. No, but it's
good. Like I said, I went through the PSJA school district. Some of the junior highs that I used to go, there was one called Jefferson. It's not a junior high anymore. Mm-hmm. And back then, junior high was 7th, 8th, and 9th. And now you got
6th, 7th, and 8th.
6th, 7th, and 8th. And high school is what?
9 through 12.
So, I mean, it's all confusing, man.
Yeah, it's a little different.
It's a little different, yeah. Well, tell me, and what got you to, how'd you land this job here? How'd you land this gig?
Well, I was working here a year before Coach got here, and in our profession, there's always staffs that change, and I was fortunate enough that Coach Rodriguez kept me around, and so I've been here with him for 4 years, and we've been successful. Like I said, that's our business in our profession, is to win football games, and we've won our fair share in the 4 years that he's been the head coach here. So, and that's our expectation. We expect to win here at PSJA.
Yeah, I see a lot of thick skin, short memory, work hard. We use some of those slogans for sales. Pueblo Tires and Service. We service cars, full service, but we also sell tires. And we sell ourselves. And some of those slogans, have to do with an individual mindset. Like thick skin. In sales we say, hey, this is what we say: if you don't do your job with enthusiasm, you will get fired with enthusiasm.
You won't be around for long.
Yeah, for long. No, but we provide the training. We try to put them in a position to succeed, and that's what you all do here.
Yes, and that's one of the things Coach says. When the going gets tough, our kids respond that we try harder.
Right.
It's not always going to be how you want it. There's going to be some obstacles, and that's what we say. Football's a game of ups and downs.
Yeah.
Obviously you want more ups, but you got to weather the storm, and eventually the outcome will be in our favor.
And a lot of times, me being an ex, sports-minded person, I wasn't the fastest or whatever, but I did play football, play basketball, baseball, track and field, and like I said, I got a lot of fun memories. But I remember, when you're in a heated moment, a lot of times it's not so much about the physical. It is important, but a lot of times it's also using your mind. The way you see things, the way you even mentally prepare for the game. It's so important as well.
Yes, it is, and that's you hit it right on the nail. Some of our kids might not be the biggest, but we got to put them in position to be successful.
Right.
And use their speed if they're not the biggest, or use your power if you're the biggest. You got to be a little smarter. And
that's right.
And that's the thing. It's a mindset, and I'm a very emotional guy, and that's what we tell our guys. You got to have fun while you're out there.
Exactly.
And if you do it for the long haul, at the end of the day, our kids will be successful, just because that's how we prepare them to be successful.
Right. Yeah. Well, folks, again, welcome to In the Blink of an Eye. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Tommy Sauceda, defensive coordinator. We got a lot more to cover and talk with Tommy about some activities and events coming up at promoted here by PSJA High School. But we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back.
What do you mean, get it while it's hot? That's right, our hot summer package deals save you money. Get a set of 17-inch tires for only $360, or a set of 16-inch tires for only $320 smackaroos. Dance!
¿Cómo compras tú para tu padre?
Rete fácil y papaquetazos en todo junio. 4 llantas de 17 pulgadas por solo $360. 4 llantas de 16 pulgadas por solo $320 maracas. ¡Que bailen!
Welcome back, folks, and I'm here with Tommy Sauceda, defensive coordinator at PSJA High School here in San Juan. And Tommy, we've talked a little bit about football, about preparation, working hard, a little bit about yourself. And I know, again, being the way things are, high schools are always promoting something to help the cause. And tell us about an upcoming event that you all have that we've talked about.
Yes, our coaching staff is going to put on a three-man scramble golf tournament here at Tierra del Sol on June 26th, and we're expecting anywhere about 30 to 36 teams, and that'll take place, like I said, on the 26th of June. Here in a couple of months. It's
Okay.
around the corner. So
Well, like in June.
June, yes, sir.
Okay, so we're in June now.
Yes.
So a couple of weeks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
And of course, we're still looking for some sponsorships. Any golfers out there that are willing to come play, just give us a call and we'll sign you up.
Is this, you do this every year? Or?
Yes, sir. Well, actually, we started it with Coach Rodriguez. This is our third annual golf tournament.
Okay.
So it keeps getting better and better.
Okay.
We fix some things to promote it a little better and, offer some door prizes and some first through fifth place this year.
And it's, now, whatever the funds is towards
The funds that the proceeds go to our football team,
okay.
to purchase, whatever they might need,
Yeah, I mean, because when you're talking about equipment and...
Yes, equipment, helmets, shoulder pads, game jerseys, game pants, you name it. It's not a cheap sport to fund. So
Tommy, I was just thinking because back in my day, man, and I'm talking about the mid-'70s, the stadium. Okay, we've got one stadium here in the PSJA school district,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And it's really nice now.
It is. I tell you, it's even changed. We played PSJ North whenever I was in Donna back in 2007.
Just imagine in 1975, 76, what it looked like. I mean, it was nice back then for us, but nothing like today. You got artificial turf, the seats, everything's been remodeled. I mean, but when we played, man, it was natural grass. It was, I just go, man.
Yes,
nice.
we are pretty spoiled here at PSJA. Let me tell you, it's a great district, great facilities, and all the programs here are well taken care of. So it's a special place to work and obviously to be a part of.
Well, how times have changed. When I was in high school, we only had one high school. It was just PSJA, and now you've got 4 high schools, right?
Yes, 4 schools. Yes, sir.
Schools,
Yes, sir.
but one stadium.
One stadium.
And you all play each other during the...
Well, two of us, obviously North and PSJ are in the same district, and then you have Southwest and Memorial that are in the same district. So they got to work the schedule around. There might be we have to play on Thursdays as well. So,
wow.
But Thursday or Friday is just the luck of the draw for that week.
And obviously there's a friendly competition, right, among the schools.
No doubt. We're going to get after it just like anybody else. Of course, when you play a sister school, you have the bragging rights for 365 days.
That's
but
right.
we're all one big family, though.
And speaking of bragging, tell me, I've met you. We met a few months ago, and we've been talking about doing this interview, and we finally got to it. And I'm Pueblo Sergeant Service. We've been around since 1972. And so we're, like I said, this is our 49th year, and we call it bragging, right? But, we humbly brag that, hey, we're not the biggest, maybe we're not, the cheapest either, but we feel like we're the best, and you got to brag a little bit.
No doubt about it, and that's how we go out. We wanted to be the best here in our school district, and of course in our district total or in the valley,
Exactly.
And there's a lot of good programs out there, but I'd put the PSJ Bears up against anybody, and that's just what we believe in.
All right. Well, folks, again, on behalf of Pueblo Sergeant Service, we just want to remind you again that summer's here. Well, it's going to be here. 21st is going to be the official first day of summer, and most of the kids are out of school now. Maybe some kids are going to summer school, but I think most people are ready to take a trip. Get out of the valley. Maybe because of the way things were, everybody was locked in, couldn't go out very much. But now things seem to have loosened up, and so we're happy about that. But before you take that trip, come by Pueblo and let us do a 7-point inspection, free 7-point inspection that has to do with your oil, your tires, your wipers, your lighting system, your belts, your hoses, and things like that. So important to keep those things in check. Tommy, you yourself, I'm sure, what do you drive, a pickup or?
I drive a pickup, yes.
What kind of pickup do you drive?
A Chevy Silverado.
Chevy Silverado.
Yes, sir.
I had a Chevy Silverado once, not recently, and I'm sure you know it's important to keep the maintenance going on it.
No doubt about it, because we like to travel. Obviously, our families are far away, so our closest trip is 8 hours. So it's you gotta keep them in tip-top shape.
And it's amazing, Tommy, how if you just do the little things, the fundamentals, the air pressure must be right, the rotation on your tires, oil change, periodically, how that can extend the life of your tires, your engine, save you fuel, save money, and keep you from breaking down.
No doubt about it, because nowadays sometimes the economy, our cars aren't cheap, so we got to take care of them.
And, we were outside and it's blistering hot. Here in the valley, you're from originally from
Ballinger, out in West Texas.
And up there it's drier, right?
Yes, a dry heat. But,
dry heat.
Yes, sir.
And we say in the car business that heat is the #1 enemy of your vehicle, because it can affect not only your tires but your windshield wipers. And a lot of folks don't know this, but your windshield wipers should at least be replaced every 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Because they're out there. Think about it. They're getting, bombarded with the heat, the dust, rain, and they're made out of rubber as well.
Yes.
And so they take a beating. And you won't know a lot of times until that rain comes, and we might say, hardly rains here, but you've seen the rain we've had recently.
Yes, and I've been caught there before, so that I learned something about the wipers today.
Hey, Tommy, as far as this golfing tournament, you said this is the third annual?
Third annual, yes, sir.
And you've had some good success.
Yes, we've had, and like I said, this year we're expecting over 30 teams, and we're looking forward to it.
Give us a number, Tommy, where they could reach you if they want to,
They can call me at the office at 956-354-2344, or my cell number is 956-402-8402. Tommy Salceda.
There you go, Tommy Salceda, defensive coordinator. Tommy, have you come up with any new wrinkles for the defense?
Well, we're still kind of, we got time, we've looked at some things, of course, I'll catch myself, with the pen and paper and seeing what we can come up to, to help us get better. But overall, we're just putting our kids in position to be successful, and, not to put too much on them, but just enough to make it a little struggle for the offense.
Now, you played college football, right?
Yes, sir. I played at West Texas A&M in Canyon, Texas.
Okay. I had a granddaughter that graduated from Kingsville College here, and I saw a couple of their, they had a football team. They've had football teams.
Yes.
The Javelinas.
The Javelinas.
Do you know anybody out there from that school?
No, I don't, but I know there's several Valley kids that play there, and actually my son goes to school there, and he's in the band.
Okay.
And he's been in the band for 2 years, so we've made a couple of football games here lately.
One of our employees, his son was playing there. I think he's already graduated, but he was playing there. And that particular school, not to take away from our conversation here in PSJA, but that particular school, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I don't know if you heard of Darryl Green.
Yes, Darryl Green.
He went to that school.
Yes.
And I think there was another Hall of Famer, or Mr. Garza, I forget his first name, but he played with the Raiders, I think.
He played for the Bears.
Right.
For the Bears, yes.
So there was several athletes from that school. They went on to have great careers in the NFL.
Yes, and actually, that's the only school that has 3 guys in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
So it's a good school.
And again, PSJA. Let me ask you, what's the number of students that attend this school?
Here, I believe we're over 2,400 students now.
2,400.
When I got here 5 years ago, we were in the 2,000, 2,100. So we're growing.
Jeez.
I believe we're the biggest school in the district, in our district.
Now, football team. What is the roster number for a football team?
For our varsity team, we carry anywhere about 55 kids on varsity. And then we have a JV team, and then we have 2 freshman teams. So if we get a full squad of kids in the fall, we could have about 150 to 200 kids out for football.
Folks, Tommy Salceda, defensive coordinator for PSJA High School here in San Juan. And but it's time to take another little break, and we'll be right back.
How do you shop for Dad? Folks, Papa deals all through June. Get a set of 17-inch tires for only $360 or a set of 16-inch tires for only $320 smackaroos. Shampoozy.
¿Cómo que compra mientras está caliente?
Paquetes de llantas ardiendo todo el verano. 4 llantas de 17 pulgadas por solo $360. 4 llantas de 16 pulgadas por solo $320 maracas. ¡Que bailen!
Welcome back to In the Blink of an Eye with Benjamin Valdez, El Capitan from Pueblo Tires and Service, your family car care center. Tommy Salceda, defensive coordinator, PSJA High School football team. Tommy, tell us more and more about some of the programs you all have here.
Well, everything's obviously get started in the fall. Our volleyball program, has been successful. Our head coach is Caroline Cuella there. Our cross-country teams, we have a boys and girls cross-country teams. Of course, our football team is led by Lupe Rodriguez, and he himself was a quarterback out of Mission that was successful, and he's done a good job here with our kids. Our girls basketball program also made the playoffs this year.
Congratulations.
Yes, and our boys team missed it by one game.
Wow. Okay.
But and then we had to, we got into baseball and softball. We have one of the top baseball programs in the Valley, led by Marco Guajardo. He's had a good little run as well. And they're in the playoffs year in and year out. And our softball team is led by Eric Madera, and they've had a good little run as well. They had a real young team this year, and they also made the playoffs. So he's looking forward to the future. And in our track teams, we got some good sprinters. We had some our 4x2 relay and our 4x4 relay. They made it to the regional track meets, and so we got a good all-around program. And we encourage our kids to play and participate not just in one sport. We have a lot of football players that play baseball. We have, or they can play, or they'll play basketball. But we really push, for them to do something.
Right.
I also coach. I'm the head coach for boys powerlifting, and we had a state champion this year in the 165-pound weight division. Javier Pichardo was a state champion, and we also had a kid finish 4th place in the 132-pound Ramiro Yanes. It was unfortunate for the girls that they didn't get to participate because of the pandemic. It just kind of hit them at the wrong time. But Norma Cantu, Lisa Cantu leads that program, and they got some girls that are coming up, and so we're excited. We got a good program. We got good leadership under Dr. Alejandro Elias and his staff, and we just encourage our kids to go out there, because we tell them, you go out there and you got that PSJA on your chest, on your back, and they know about the Bears and the Lady Bears. When we're out there, we're going to compete and we're going to be successful in whatever we do, and that makes our school look good. In our district, but we'll go out and compete. We're in there with the Edinburgh schools and the mission schools in our district right now for another year. But we look forward to all our programs being successful next year, and we're just ready to go back, get back to as normal as possible come in the August.
Tommy, you guys are doing a great job just from listening to what you're saying. My kids are already grown up. They went through the high school. But I've got grandkids. I had a daughter, well, not daughter, my granddaughter, the oldest granddaughter. She's now about 23, 24. But her and my other granddaughter, they played basketball. And man, I played basketball when I was a kid, but one of them made all Valley whatever basketball.
Yeah.
And nowadays I've seen some of the girls' athletic, sporting events through them in basketball. The females have come a long way when it comes to sports.
Yes, they have, and like I said, our girls program, they had a good program this year, and we have one particular player, Kayla Hernandez, that's one of them, kind of like what you're describing. She's a go-getter, she's tough, and she gets in there and mixes it up.
No, I saw some of my granddaughters play basketball. I said, okay, let's go check them out. Man, these girls could shoot 3-pointers, and they played rough and fast, and it was amazing.
Yeah, yes, it is. I tell you, it's changed a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
But it's in all goodness.
Oh yeah, of course.
And they get out there and compete. Like they always say, once you step on the field, anything goes.
Yeah.
But after the game, we're all friends,
yes.
and wish everybody the best.
Tommy, thank you for having us here, and I know it's a brief conversation here, but we're gonna wish you the best with all the programs, because even in today's world, Tommy, we live in a distracted world with all the technology. A lot of young kids are spending their time, way too much time on the telephone. They're saying that it's causing a lot of distractions to our minds. But sports, I think, can keep you at an even keel. And I think you guys, again, what you guys are doing, helping these young kids, setting the foundation for their adult lives through sports, and competition and preparation, and even the healthier lifestyle. I congratulate you and wish you the best. And again, one more time about the golfing tournament.
Golf tournament, June 26th at Tierra del Sol here in Fort Texas, a 3-man scramble. You can call me at 354-2344 or 402-8402.
There you go, folks. So give Tommy a call. And on behalf of Pueblo Tires and Service, we're here to support them. And we would thank you again for giving us 49 years of serving the community. Hay un dicho también en español, que el que no sirve, no sirve. so you guys are serving the community, helping these kids get, their physical, mental conditioning in order through sports. And, I enjoyed sports growing up, and I know it can do a lot of good. Congratulations, Tommy, and we wish you the best in this, with all the programs you got coming up. So again, give Tommy a call in regards to that golfing tournament. And folks, on behalf of Pueblo Tire and Service, don't forget that we're there. We're here for you. And Tommy, we have a saying. I want you to say it with me. Just say nobody when I say it. Ready? Folks, there's nobody that loves you more than Pueblo Tire and Service and PSJA High School. You ready, Tommy?
Nobody.
What do you mean, get it while it's hot?
That's right, our hot summer package deals save you money. Get a set of 17-inch tires for only $360 or a set of 16-inch tires for only $320 smackaroos. Dance!
¿Cómo compras tú para tu padre?
Rete fácil, papaquetazos en todo junio. 4 llantas de 17 pulgadas por solo $360. 4 llantas de 16 pulgadas por solo $320 maracas. ¡Que bailen!